Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today we are diving deep into an intriguing and emotionally explosive storyline set to unfold soon on The Bold and the Beautiful. The spotlight returns to one of the show's beloved characters, Nick Marone, whose sudden arrival back in Los Angeles triggers unexpected romantic entanglements, hidden desires, and shocking confrontations. After several years away from the bustling drama of LA, Nick has finally made his highly anticipated return to town. His first move upon arriving immediately captures viewers' attention. He reaches out to Brooke Logan. Fans of the show will recall that Brooke and Nick shared an intense history, filled with passionate romance and complicated breakups. Nick seems eager to reconnect, perhaps hoping to rekindle the once powerful flame between them. Their initial meeting hints strongly at a renewed chemistry. Brooke herself seems receptive, raising expectations that this beloved couple might once again reunite. However, Brooke isn't the only woman interested in Nick's return, though for very different reasons. Taylor Hayes, a prominent figure in this series and mother to Nick's child, Jack, shows immediate interest in Nick's reappearance. Unlike Brooke, Taylor's interest initially has nothing to do with romance. Her concern is purely maternal. She desperately wants to know about their son, Jack. Taylor has always carried deep concern and affection for her child, and Nick's return provides her the perfect opportunity to reconnect and inquire sincerely about Jack's current well-being and emotional state. Nick and Taylor soon share an intimate and heartfelt conversation, centered entirely around Jack. During this deeply personal exchange, Nick finds himself moved profoundly by Taylor's sincerity, compassion, and emotional depth. It becomes evident to him that Taylor is not just a caring mother but also a deeply compelling and captivating woman, someone whose charm and emotional maturity surpass Brooke's allure. This conversation becomes the catalyst for a significant shift in Nick's feelings. Where once his eyes were fixed firmly on Brooke, he now finds himself irresistibly drawn to Taylor. With his newfound realization, Nick consciously decides to pursue more time alone with Taylor, orchestrating scenarios in which they can interact privately and meaningfully. Taylor, initially unsuspecting, gradually becomes aware of the genuine connection and attraction forming between them. As they continue to meet, Taylor feels increasingly conflicted. Despite her commitment to Ridge Forrester, whom she is currently dating, Taylor finds herself undeniably drawn toward Nick, both emotionally and physically. The pull of this attraction grows stronger every time they meet, inevitably leading Taylor into complicated emotional territory. Ultimately, Taylor succumbs to the undeniable connection she shares with Nick. Despite her ongoing relationship with Ridge, Taylor decides to follow her heart, choosing passion and excitement over security and familiarity. She embarks on a secret romantic relationship with Nick, fully aware of the risks involved but unable to resist the powerful attraction. Their affair begins quietly and discreetly, hidden from everyone, particularly Ridge, whose trust and love Taylor is betraying. Taylor's emotions become increasingly divided as her relationship with Nick deepens, creating mounting emotional turmoil beneath her calm exterior. Ridge soon notices the subtle changes in Taylor's behavior and attitude. Her growing distance, unexplained absences, and increasingly distracted demeanor set off alarm bells in Ridge's mind. Unable to ignore his suspicions any longer, Ridge decides to investigate further, desperate to uncover the truth behind Taylor's odd and unsettling behavior. His worst fears are confirmed dramatically and painfully when he secretly follows Taylor to a restaurant, where he witnesses a moment he never expected, Taylor passionately embracing and kissing Nick Marone. The sight devastates Ridge, shattering the trust he had carefully nurtured with Taylor. Consumed by anger and betrayal, Ridge loses control and storms into the restaurant, confronting Nick with a fury rarely seen from him. Without hesitation, Ridge lashes out physically, violently punching Nick. The explosive confrontation shocks everyone present, causing a chaotic and emotionally charged scene in public. Taylor desperately attempts to intervene, pleading with Ridge to stop and calm down. Amidst the chaos, Taylor finally speaks her truth, confessing that her love for Ridge has faded, replaced entirely by her newfound feelings for Nick. She bluntly informs Ridge that their relationship must end now, definitively and permanently. Taylor's brutal honesty wounds Ridge deeply, leaving him heartbroken, stunned, and unable to respond further. With heavy emotional pain, Ridge walks away from the confrontation, feeling utterly betrayed and humiliated by the woman he trusted most. In the aftermath of this traumatic scene, Ridge finds solace and comfort in Brooke, who learns quickly about Ridge's public humiliation and emotional devastation. Brooke, compassionate and deeply sympathetic to Ridge's plight, provides emotional support during his darkest moments. Ridge, hurt and vulnerable, finds himself increasingly leaning on Brooke, reigniting their complex history filled with mutual affection, romantic tension, and shared pain. As these intricate relationships unfold, viewers are presented with emotionally rich narratives and compelling character arcs. Taylor and Nick's secret affair dramatically reshapes relationships, loyalties, and trust throughout the show. Taylor, having chosen passion and emotional authenticity over stability, faces significant personal challenges. Her relationship with Ridge, forever altered, leaves lasting scars that ripple outward, affecting everyone around them. Ridge, betrayed and heartbroken, is forced to re-evaluate his choices, relationships, and trust in those closest to him. His relationship with Brooke, rekindled through mutual understanding and emotional vulnerability, presents intriguing possibilities for the future. Fans eagerly await to see whether this renewed closeness will develop into genuine romantic reconciliation or remain a comforting friendship in times of crisis. Brooke, too, finds herself at a complicated crossroads. While providing support to Ridge, she must simultaneously manage her complicated feelings about Nick's return and unexpected relationship with Taylor. Brooke's emotional journey promises further dramatic developments, leaving audiences captivated by her decisions and emotional responses moving forward. Nick, who sparked these dramatic events through his return, also undergoes significant emotional growth. His attraction and deep connection to Taylor transform his life profoundly, compelling him to reflect upon his priorities, past mistakes, and hopes for future happiness. Nick's character, previously defined primarily through his relationship with Brooke, now enters new territory, exploring deep romantic and emotional fulfillment with Taylor. As this enthralling narrative progresses, viewers are drawn deeper into a web of intense emotional drama, betrayal, passion, heartbreak, and reconciliation. The complex relationships among Nick, Taylor, Ridge, and Brooke provide fertile ground for compelling storytelling, ensuring viewers remain glued to their screens, eager to witness every dramatic twist and turn. Ultimately, this storyline promises emotional depth, powerful confrontations, and significant character evolution. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful can anticipate continued dramatic intensity as relationships are tested, loyalties shift, and characters navigate intense emotional realities following betrayal and romantic upheaval. Next, we will dive deep into the chilling developments surrounding Luna Nozawa and her unsettling focus on young Hayes Forrester Finnegan in the latest previews of The Bold and the Beautiful on CBS. This storyline has fans on the edge of their seats, with tension mounting over what Luna's twisted intentions might be. As we explore this gripping narrative, we'll unpack the layers of Luna's disturbed psyche, her fraught family dynamics, and the dangerous path she appears to be treading. With new details and creative insights woven into every paragraph, let's embark on this journey into the heart of one of daytime television's most unsettling plots. The previews for next week's episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful have dropped a bombshell, showcasing a deeply disturbing moment where Luna Nozawa, a woman whose mental state has clearly spiraled out of control, corners young Hayes Forrester Finnegan in a secluded setting. The scene is charged with an ominous air, as viewers are left to ponder the dark possibilities of what Luna might have planned for the innocent child. Hayes, blissfully unaware of the danger lurking in his half-sister's eyes, seems to be nothing more than a pawn in Luna's warped game. Fans have been quick to speculate, with many fearing that Luna's obsession with gaining acceptance from her father, Finn, might drive her to drastic measures. Could she be planning to use Hayes as a bargaining chip, or does her fractured mind harbor even darker intentions? The lack of clarity from the soap's creators only fuels the anxiety, leaving us to wonder if Hayes will emerge unscathed from this encounter. Luna's character has evolved into a portrait of instability on the bold and the beautiful, and her fixation on Hayes is a chilling extension of her unhinged jealousy. As Finn's daughter, Luna has faced nothing but rejection and disdain from her father and his wife, Steffi Forrester, a stark contrast to the boundless love and warmth Hayes receives from them. This disparity has festered within Luna, transforming her longing for familial connection into a toxic brew of envy and resentment. In a haunting moment from the preview, Luna approaches Hayes when no one else is around, her voice dripping with false sweetness as she offers him a small, wrapped gift. Is this a genuine attempt at connection, or a sinister lure to draw the child away from safety? Some fans theorize that the gift might be laced with danger, perhaps a symbolic token of the chaos Luna intends to unleash. Her history as a convicted murderer adds a layer of dread to every action she takes, making even the simplest gesture seem like a potential threat. The root of Luna's torment lies in her desperate desire for a bond with Finn, a bond she sees reflected effortlessly in his relationship with Hayes. During a recent clandestine visit to Finn's home, Luna overheard the tender interactions between father and son, a warmth she has never experienced and likely never will. This moment seemed to ignite a firestorm of bitterness within her, as the stark contrast between Hayes' cherished place in Finn's heart and her own ostracization became unbearable. According to whispers among the show's most dedicated viewers, Luna's actions might be driven by a need to replicate or destroy what she cannot have. One chilling theory suggests that she might be plotting to isolate Hayes, not out of affection, but as a means to inflict emotional agony on Finn and Steffi. By targeting Hayes, she could be seeking to shatter the perfect family image that excludes her, forcing Finn to confront the daughter he has cast aside. The complexity of her motives only deepens the suspense, as we question whether Luna's goals are rooted in revenge, desperation, or a deluded hope for reconciliation. As the bold and the beautiful continues to peel back the layers of Luna's fractured psyche, her interactions with others hint at the dangerous direction her plans might take. Last week, a cryptic conversation with her newfound ally, Remy Price, offered a glimpse into her vengeful mindset. Luna, recently pardoned for past crimes, chillingly remarked that Steffi needs to understand the pain of being separated from a loved one, a statement that sent shivers down the spines of viewers. This comment, paired with her increasingly erratic behavior, suggests that Luna might be orchestrating a scheme to tear Steffi's family apart as retribution for being kept at arm's length from Finn. Could Hayes be the key to this malicious plan? Perhaps Luna believes that by taking Hayes, she can force Steffi to feel the same isolation and heartbreak Luna endures daily. The show's writers have cleverly left her true intentions ambiguous, allowing the audience to speculate on whether her actions stem from calculated cruelty or a mind too broken to grasp the consequences. Luna's volatility is further underscored by her alarming behavior in recent scenes, where her danger to those around her becomes terrifyingly apparent. The image of Luna practicing her aim with a firearm, using a photo of Steffi as her target, paints a picture of a woman consumed by rage and unchecked obsession. Now, with Hayes in her sights, the stakes feel higher than ever. Social media platforms buzz with predictions, many fans fearing that Luna's next move will be to abduct Hayes, using him as leverage to manipulate Finn and Steffy. But what could her ultimate goal be? If she takes Hayes, does she imagine this act will somehow endear her to Finn, or is it purely to punish Steffy for standing as a barrier between them? Some speculate that Luna might attempt to frame her actions as a misguided attempt at bonding with her half-brother, hoping to win him over with kindness before revealing her true colors. Yet, given her track record, it's far more likely that her intentions are anything but innocent, and Hayes' safety hangs in a precarious balance. The broader implications of Luna's potential actions ripple through the entire Forrester and Finnegan family dynamics on The Bold and the Beautiful. Should any harm come to Hayes, the fallout would be catastrophic, not just for Finn and Steffy, but for Luna herself. She must realize that crossing such a line would obliterate any sliver of hope for a future relationship with her father. Yet, her distorted perception seems to place the blame squarely on Steffy, viewing her as the gatekeeper who prevents Finn from embracing Luna as family. This vendetta against Steffy could be the driving force behind a plan to teach her a lesson, using Hayes as the instrument of that cruel education. Imagining the aftermath, one can't help but envision Finn's anguish and Steffy's fury, potentially pushing them to take drastic measures to protect their son and eliminate the threat Luna poses. The soap opera thrives on such high-stakes drama, and this storyline promises to deliver emotional turmoil in spades. Next, we will delve into the much-anticipated return of Jack Wagner as Nick Marone on The Bold and the Beautiful, set to grace our screens in the episode airing Monday, June 16. Fans have waited over a decade for this beloved character to sail back into the dramatic waters of Los Angeles, and the excitement is palpable. With his departure years ago leaving unresolved emotions, particularly with Brooke Logan, the expectations for Nick's summer storyline are sky high. Let's explore a detailed wish list of plot twists and heartfelt moments we hope to see, enriched with new details and imaginative elements to expand on the thrilling possibilities of his return. The buzz surrounding Nick Marone's comeback has reignited a fervor among The Bold and the Beautiful enthusiasts, especially with the promise of intense family dynamics. High on our list is the explosive potential for sibling rivalry between Nick and his half-brother, Ridge Forrester. Ridge's towering ego has long dominated the Forrester family narrative, often leaving little room for others to shine. Nick, with his sharp tongue and undeniable charisma, is the perfect foil to challenge Ridge's self-assured demeanor. Imagine the sparks flying as Nick returns with a renewed vigor, ready to remind Ridge that he's not the only man who has captured the hearts of key women in their circle, including Brooke and Taylor Hayes. We can picture heated exchanges at Forrester Creations, with Nick throwing subtle jabs about Ridge's past failures, perhaps even bringing up old business rivalries over fashion lines they once clashed on. This sibling showdown could be the catalyst for some long-overdue character growth for Ridge, and we're eager to see Jack Wagner deliver those biting one-liners with his signature flair. Another element we're craving in Nick's return is a nostalgic revisit to his iconic boat, the Shady Marlin, which holds so many memories of his past with Brooke. We sincerely hope the writers haven't sunk this vessel, both literally and metaphorically, as it could serve as the ultimate backdrop for rekindling old sparks. Picture this. Nick invites Brooke aboard under the guise of catching up, the salty sea breeze mingling with the scent of nostalgia as they reminisce about their passionate history. The intimate setting could shift Brooke's perspective, moving her from dwelling on past heartbreaks to envisioning a future where she reclaims her happiness with Nick. Perhaps they uncover an old photo album stashed in the captain's quarters, each picture a reminder of the fiery connection they once shared. This moment could be a turning point, allowing Brooke to see Nick not just as a former flame, but as a beacon of new possibilities in her often tumultuous love life. Romance, of course, sits high on our wish list for Nick's arc, particularly in reviving the beloved Brick pairing, Brooke and Nick. Brooke has spent far too long pining over a destiny with Ridge that continually slips through her fingers, leaving her confidence shaken. Nick's return could be the breath of fresh air she needs, his effortless charm and genuine admiration reminding her of her worth as a striking, accomplished woman. Envision a scene at a glamorous Forrester gala where Nick, dressed to the nines, sweeps Brooke onto the dance floor, whispering compliments that make her blush like a schoolgirl. Spoilers suggest this romantic rekindling is almost a given, but we'd love to see it unfold with small, thoughtful gestures. Perhaps Nick commissioning a custom piece of jewelry inspired by their past, symbolizing a fresh start. Such a storyline would not only uplift Brooke but also give fans the steamy, heartfelt romance we'd been yearning for amidst the soap's endless dramas. Beyond Brooke, we're eager for Nick to reconnect with other significant women from his past, namely Brooke's daughter Bridget and her sister Katie, both of whom shared profound relationships with him. Nick isn't the type to let former loves fade into oblivion, and acknowledging these connections would add depth to his character's return. Imagine a touching coffee shop encounter with Bridget, where they discuss their shared history as parents and the challenges they've faced since. Nick might offer a sincere apology for past misunderstandings, perhaps revealing he's kept tabs on her medical career out of quiet pride. With Katie, a chance meeting at a charity event could lead to a candid conversation about their intense, often messy romance, with Nick admitting he's always admired her resilience. Adding a layer of intrigue, maybe Katie drops a hint about a lingering secret from their time together, teasing a subplot that could intertwine with Nick's broader storyline. These reunions would ground Nick's return in the rich tapestry of his past, ensuring no connection is left unexplored.